So a few days ago, I saw a Mexican speaking to an American. They were speaking Spanish, by the way. The Mexican guy asked the American, ¿Qué te pareció la película? What do you think about the movie? Almost immediately, he said, Ay, por cierto, te pareces mucho a tu hermano. By the way, you look very similar to your brother. You could see that the poor American was just wondering what's going on. ¿Te parece? ¿Te pareces? What's the difference? Hi, I'm Daniela from Tell Me Spanish, and I'm here to help you improve and learn Spanish. So, as you can see at the beginning of this video, parecer has so many applications in Spanish. All are equally important. You cannot skip them, sorry. But the good news is that in this video, I'm going to teach you how to use parecer like a native speaker so you don't struggle with this verb anymore, okay? Let's get to it. So, the first meaning of parecer that you want to keep in mind is to ask and to give opinions, okay? So in this context, it's going to mean to find or to think. To create this meaning, you need an indirect object pronoun en parece o parecen. It follows a singular or a plural conjugation. That's right, in this context, it works exactly like the verb gustar. Let me give you some examples. No me parece buena idea. I don't think that's a good idea. Who knows what this person is doing, but I don't think it's a good idea. The second example, check how the conjugation is going to change. ¿Qué te parecen estos zapatos? What do you think about these shoes? The second example, let me move over here a little bit. The second use of parecer is to talk about resemblance. You're going to use it to express that two objects or two people are similar to each other. Okay? So to build this meaning, you are going to use a reflexive pronoun and obviously the verb parecer. Let me give you an example. Me parezco mucho a ella. I look very much like her. The second example. Mi amigo se parece a Brad Pitt. He wishes, but I needed an example, and this is the best that I could come up with. So, jokes aside, notice that in this case, parecer is conjugated based on the subject. Yo me parezco, mi amigo se parece, okay? And you can also use the preposition a to introduce the person that you're comparing. Yo me parezco a ella, mi amigo se parece a Brad Pitt. What a terrible joke. I'm sorry for my friend. And over here, I just want to remind you that parecer has a consonant change, okay? You can see it right here. Me parezco, te pareces, se parece. So just keep that in mind when you're conjugating parecer. The third use of parecer is to describe appearance. And this one is pretty common. You probably have heard something like ella parece un poco grosera. She seems very rude. We use parecer in this context to express how someone looks, like their personality. Like we don't know them yet, but just based on the way they behave, we can give our opinion about them. In this context, you're going to use parecer plus an adjective. And this adjective is important because it's going to help you describe how that person looks. Let me give you an example. La chica nueva parece amable. The new girl seems nice. We don't know, we haven't met her, but she seems nice. The second example. ¿Estás bien? Pareces triste. Are you okay? You seem a little bit sad. So the fourth use of parecer is to ask or to show agreement. You're going to use this one in your conversations a lot. So to build this meaning, you're going to use, again, indirect object pronouns and just parece, okay? Don't worry about the conjugation in this case. Just use parece And if you're showing agreement, you can use bien o mal, right? Bien is for showing agreement and mal is to show disagreement. So let me give you an example. Vamos mañana, ¿te parece? Let's go tomorrow. How is that sound? Sounds good? And I have the response over here. Me parece bien. It sounds good. You can change it, remember, you can change it for mal if you don't agree with the thing that the other person is saying. And finally, this one is a little bit more formal, is to make assumptions. Based on whatever is happening, you're going to use parecer to make an assumption. And in this case, you just have two options. You either use al parecer o parece que. Whichever you use, you are going to use a conjugated verb after. Let me give you an example. Parece que va a llover. It seems that it's going to rain. The sky is full with clouds. It seems that it's going to rain. You can say the same, a little bit more formal, if you use al parecer. For example, al parecer va a llover toda la semana. Apparently, it's going to rain all week. So, just to make sure that you understand how parecer works and how you're going to use it, I'm going to give you some examples. You have to fill the blanks and you can leave me the responses, your answers, in the comments, and I'm going to correct them if we need to do it. So, let's start. Number 1, oigan, and check that oigan is used to address a group of people, okay? Oigan, blank, si ordenamos pizza. Number 2, María, blank, mucho a mi tía. Number 3, blank, van a despedir a mucha gente. Number 4, vamos al cine, que, blank. Number 5, Carlos, ¿ya leíste el libro? Que, blank. So before we finish this video, I want to give you some extra resources just in case you need to go a little bit deeper into this topic. The first one is an immersion video on this same lesson, just so you practice your Spanish a little bit more. The second one is a guide to indirect object pronouns in Spanish. Remember that parecer works with these pronouns a lot, so you need to get familiar with them. The third one is a guide on how to conjugate gustar. Remember that one of the uses of parecer relates to the conjugation of gustar, so you need to get comfortable conjugating these type of verbs. And the fourth one is a guide to conjugate parecer. Remember that this verb has some changes, so you want to keep those in mind too. So that's it for today. If you like the video, please hit the like button and I hope to see you soon. Bye!